Hi, I'm Haroon Malik. I'm a test engineer here at BJSS in Scotland. I went to Shawlands Academy here and after school I went to two universities, Paisley University and Glasgow Caledonian University. At Paisley University I was doing a lot of old school computing, which was with punch cards. Yeah, I am that old. We were having little dot punch cards, which probably means nothing to a lot of the people watching this. But I wanted to get more into the modern day computer science and the technologies behind it, as opposed to the more playful touch and go stuff that you would do with user interfaces. So I shifted to Glasgow Caledonian University, and that's where I started learning more about the technologies and the testing elements within those technologies. So in school, we were taught with old computers, things like the BBC Micro and the Acorn, which probably don't exist anymore. But I never equated that to games. I used to play games. I used to have a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Sega Mega Drive, Sega Game Gear, and I never saw those games as programs. So finding glitches in those games, it never occurred to me that these are actually games that have been made or coded and developed by programmers, etc. It was just games that I bought and played. So finding errors in those games, it didn't occur to me then, but this is something that somebody had to do to create, and somebody had to check that the stuff that they created was working as they expected, and obviously somebody hasn't checked it properly because I was finding all these glitches. So that fun part and equating the parts of the games with my now knowledge of testing, it's just a totally different idea that I have of the tech world, and I just enjoy what I do so much because of it. At school, I didn't ever think I was going to work in technology. I always was a bit of a geek. I loved to read books and watch films, and I really wanted to get into a creative side of any industry, maybe being a writer or a director, or maybe learning to play some musical instruments, etc. I kind of fell into testing, but it's more of a logical piece of work. It's how my brain kind of works. It's you're still creative, you're still problem solving, you're still exploring, and you're still it's not a dull experience or a dull life being a tester. You're always learning things, you're always seeing how things work and always finding how things don't work. So a lot of people might have the question as to what exactly testing is. Testing or testing assurance or even quality assurance, they're terms that are used interchangeably. What it is basically making sure something works as you'd expect. So initially what you'll be given is a set of acceptance criteria, that is things that the business or your client will expect from the software that's being developed. With that criteria, you then sit down with the software and the developers and speak about what it is that we're trying to achieve, how they're doing it, and then you test to make sure that it's done in that way. And then you'd also look at the boundary areas, the little edge cases where developers may not have thought, because that's where most of the bugs are. Again, using the gaming terminology I was using previously, if you're a gamer and you find a glitch, for example, a bit of a wall where you can go through, that's an edge case which might not have been tested properly, and this is where we testers kind of get into those little edge cases, those little corner areas, and try to find out if there are things that are not working just as they should, and that's where it starts to get fun. The things that I enjoy most about it is the fact that I get to learn every day. I'm always learning about new facets of technology. I get to interact with lots of different people on a daily basis. I speak with software developers that are making the programs. I'm also working with the business analysts that are speaking with the business to find out what it is that the developers need to make. I'm learning about different technologies all the time, and I'm growing as I go through my career.